don't need to make this bigger than it has to be.
As well.
You guys aren't used to hearing no. That's
all right.
No, that's all right.
Last chance. Step out. Or you're going to be out.
Arrest me for riding in the back of a car?
Refusing to identify yourself. Yep.
Passenger was arrested for not wearing a seatbelt and not identifying, but the vehicle was on private property. Do you have to wear a seatbelt if you're on private property? So welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. We have a video for you that was sent to us to review. This video involves the Brunswick Police Department in the state of Maine. Now, the passenger in the back seat was asked to identify because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and when he refused to identify, he was arrested. This video comes to you by way of Josh Wright Studios. I'll make sure to drop the links in the description and in the pinned comments so you guys can go give him the credit that he deserves. Let's get right into the video and we'll discuss what went wrong. All right, folks, let's get right to it.
Behind Regal, 125407, main combination. Oh, 11, you want to come back here too? How's it going?
How are you doing, officer?
Good. License, registration, proof insurance. Are you guys coming today, or heading today?
Going back to work, took an early lunch.
Where's work?
Right
down the
down.
road,
Where'd you say it was?
down the road.
Right down that way.
The...
I wish we knew the address, but it's 125.0.
Is it the, like, the construction projects?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You guys have your IDs too?
Yeah, why is that?
Curious.
Yeah. You want it?
Yeah, if you don't
yes,
mind.
I can. That's what. Yeah.
Might be all set. Perfect. You have one too? No? Okay. Oh, you don't have a seatbelt on though.
There we go.
What's that?
We're not going anywhere right now. Oh my god, do you need 3 fucking dudes? We just went to the grocery store. I don't understand what this is all about. We gotta get back to work and make some money, bro.
Well, you're not wearing your seatbelt, so you have to identify yourself now.
Anywhere, guys.
It was.
But when it dies, I'll put it back up.
Do you have your ID on you?
You don't need my ID.
I just
Expect me to get in a crime?
Yeah, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
Hey, big piggy, big, big, big.
You weren't wearing it when you passed me.
Was that the reason to stop?
Nah, you don't have a front license plate either. That was the original.
It's right here.
It's right there. I gotta get some screws to put on it. I was heading back to the job site.
Gotcha. Well, as soon as your friend in the back seat gives me his ID, you guys can probably get back to the job
We're gonna
site.
be here a long time now. Call your sergeant up here. Supervisor.
Okay. So if you're not going to give me your ID, that's a problem.
That's not a problem. What kind of a problem is it, Officer Day?
You legally need to give me your ID when a law enforcement officer asks for it.
No, I don't.
You do?
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't commit any crime.
Well, you're not wearing your seatbelt, like I said, so you're going to give me your ID.
I love how he's making no effort to give you his ID.
Okay.
Have you warned him that it's a crime yet?
I did. I just warned him. Last chance.
Last chance for what, Jay?
Give me your ID. It's a crime if you don't give it to me. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
Exactly. Thank you for recognizing that. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
If you gave me your ID,
Like you
you
said,
probably would have just gotten a warning. So,
Warning for what, guy?
not wearing your seatbelt. I've already explained it.
Not even moving.
Okay.
Where we going?
He's refusing to identify himself.
You got an ID for me? No? All right.
Step on out.
Want to make a big deal out of nothing, huh? You proving a point?
Step on out.
I didn't do anything wrong.
15 to 4.
Huh?
You wanna
I
start
didn't
this
do
way?
anything wrong.
Okay, you're not wearing a seatbelt. We're asking for your ID.
Because the vehicle stopped.
Doesn't matter. It was moving.
When it's moving, I'll have the
All right,
seatbelt
let's
on.
go.
All right, let me read to you guys what he put in his description. This is how police are trained to be tyrants in America. Here you will see members of the Brunswick Police Department abuse their public trust, violate my constitutional rights, and arrest me for refusing to comply with their unlawful orders to identify myself. No crime was committed. I was a backseat passenger, eating my lunch before returning to work. The police have manipulated this footage and removed the audio at the beginning of the video. Tyranny is the exercise of some power over a man, which is not warranted by law or necessary for the public safety. A people can never be deprived of their liberties while they retain in their own hands a power sufficient to any other power in the state. And that was quoted by Noah Webster. Keep watching, folks.
You don't need to make this bigger than
Gonna have 4.
it
Start
has
this
to
way
be.
as well.
You guys aren't used to hearing no. That's
All right.
the problem.
No, that's it.
Last chance. Step out. Or you're
What,
gonna be
gonna
out.
arrest me
Yep.
for riding in the back of a car?
Refusing to identify yourself. Yep.
You guys got picked on when you were kids, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Step on out.
Everybody's time. And then what?
Face car. Just hands on your back.
It's stupid, man.
It is stupid.
Yeah, I know. All we're
I'm
asking
not a fucking criminal. Guy.
not
I work
saying
for a living.
You got a warrant or something?
No, I've never had a warrant. Never. Why are you guys acting like this? We're going from fucking Hannaford. Hannaford back to
You
the.
can demand your ID when you're not wearing a seatbelt.
I know,
You don't
right,
give
you
it to
guys-
crime. He already explained that to me.
just don't see the big deal, man.
I don't see the
He's
big
got
deal.
nothing
either.
going on,
It's
like, I
fucking
don't-
ridiculous.
I just literally don't understand it.
What? Because I said I didn't need to submit to your demands because I didn't commit any
That's the
crimes.
thing, though, is you do need to give your ID when we ask for it. You're not wearing a seatbelt. The problem is that you and a lot of people like you think that you know this more than we do. We do this for a living, man.
Yeah, I know
We'd
you
like to
do.
send
Yeah,
you
you
on your
violate
way,
people's rights for a
probably
living.
with
I get it. Yeah, I know.
Probably with a warning.
And that's why I said, you know what? I know my rights and I didn't do anything wrong.
Spread your feet.
You're in handcuffs. You know your rights, right?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Spread your feet.
Right. W-R-I-T.
Spread your feet.
Hey, they're spread, bro.
Spread them more. I gotta search you. Okay. Spread your feet. I didn't tell you to put them back together.
I didn't move them. But what are you trying to do? Make me do the splits? You the supervisor?
Ma'am.
We're just going from Hannaford back to our job site, and this guy's over here demanding me to get out of the car and show ID. And I said, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm in the backseat. I don't need to show ID to anyone who comes and demands it. I wasn't driving the vehicle. I don't need a driver's license. I don't need to show my ID. And then they thought that was the problem, and now I'm out of the car. What are you doing? You want to talk to
Going
me?
back to my car.
For what?
Place you in it.
Why are you putting me in your car, dude?
Because
Seriously, you're the
at this point,
supervisor.
you're being
I
detained.
asked for someone
Yep,
to come up here.
and I'm telling you in a second, he's going to drag you and put you back in that car. Just listen to him.
What the fuck?
Have a seat.
Yeah, so not normal behavior. I mean, he's just usually pretty relaxed. And then,
Pass by. No front plate. Didn't have a seatbelt. He acting like that. Didn't want to give his ID.
How long
No,
have you
you're-
guys known him?
Huh?
All right, folks, so we found a couple Google searches and we will read those to you really quick. Their first one reads, answer. There's nothing a police officer can do about occupants in a motor vehicle being unbuckled in a seat safety system on private property. Now keep in mind that was written for the state of Texas, but this happened in the state of Maine. And what I'm about to read to you is important as well. Pay attention to this. Can you get a seatbelt ticket for being a passenger in a vehicle on private property? The definitive answer is maybe. If this is private property, which is open and accessible to the public, such as a strip mall parking lot or a parking area for the local mall or grocery store, then the answer is most likely yes. The reason is that most owners of those properties grant enforcement rights to local law enforcement. This is so they have the authority to enter onto the private property and enforce traffic laws, such as illegal parking, speeding, reckless driving, etc. In essence, the local traffic laws fully apply to these private parking areas, which would include seatbelt laws. Now, if the private property is not open to the general public and it's simply someone's land, private driveway, closed course raceway, or industrial site, then the answer is most likely no. Municipalities don't set traffic rules on those properties and police don't enforce traffic laws there. However, the property owner will probably have some kind of safety rules in place, which dictate how fast you can go, where you can drive, and whether seatbelts are required. There is no law to be enforced. However, the property owner can take disciplinary action against those who don't follow the rules, or even file civil action against them. So in this particular case, and although these officers were being extremely petty, they will more than likely try to justify themselves if it goes to court. Keep watching the video, folks.
Forensic 11.
Let's go ahead.
Negative 29. Valid through 2025.
Copy that.
So why didn't you want to give us your ID?
Because there's no reason for it, man. I like to be treated with respect. I didn't do anything wrong, that's why. I'm a hard-working family man. I don't get into trouble. There's no reason for you guys to think that I'm your guy or whatever it is you're looking for.
We're probably just looking to give you a warning for a seatbelt, bud. That's all this was going to be.
So this is a passenger, but...
Yep.
Two of them are fine. Fun? Bring it back. Go for it.
Do that. Go then?
Yeah. Alright. Just back.
Thank you.
Just a warning for the no front plate.
Okay,
Try
I'll
to
get some screws on
get
that,
that
like
put
right
on.
when we get on the job site, I'll get a drill out and pop it on. I'm so sorry.
Perfect. Yeah.
We have his
Even,
phone in his wallet. Does he have keys in here?
I mean,
Not that I know of.
Drop it.
and he's going back to the PD for...
Did you get my ID?
Yeah, he has it.
No.
It should be in that pile of stuff. So, all right, you guys,
Awesome, thanks,
drive
man.
safe.
Appreciate
Get that plate on there.
Right back to the job site.
Perfect.
Did I give you his license?
Yeah, it's in the car.
Yeah, have a good day, man.
Good day.
Thanks for being pretty chill.
Look at him.
I don't know what to tell you.
I
Did you tell him what he's getting whacked with?
might. I will let him know officially. All right, so just so you're aware, you are under arrest right now for failing to identify yourself as a law enforcement officer. Okay. So you're gonna head back to the PD.
You're kidding me, guy.
Nope, I asked. You weren't giving it.
So how can you make this work quicker? He's got $60 with him.
Failing right from here.
No, not bailing from right from here, but can you get like the bail commissioner started to the PD?
Yeah. 15 Brunswick.
You know it's going to be PR, right? We're talking about a Class C misdemeanor. So.
I'm code 46 with the mail that 11 ran. Can you call the bail commissioner, see if he can start towards the PD? We've got the money for bail.
Dave, what would you like me to do? Good for now?
I'm good for now.
Okay. I'll be at the PD. I will help you with any paperwork that you ask me to.
Perfect.
BC asks. Actually, check that. We'll make that. Probably easier if you just call. He's going to try to... Yeah. You have his number?
1041.
Route 1 southbound between Cook's Corner and 196. Currently there's two large cushions blowing around in the roadway.
Alright folks, and here's my final thoughts. I don't recall the officers giving an actual reason for the traffic stop. If that's the case, the charge can be thrown out in court. Unfortunately, police oftentimes will find a reason to justify the traffic stop. They'll say you committed some kind of traffic infraction. In this video, I didn't see any justification for the actual stop. The driver and the other passengers seemed to be happy to identify upon request, but neither of them asked the officer why they were getting pulled over. I'm a huge advocate for not enforcing infractions when there's no victim, but unfortunately that's just my opinion. There's also laws that I don't agree with, but the fact still stands that when a cop wants to be petty, they have the backing of the courts and its participants, along with plenty statists that will argue with you till the end of time. But here's something I'd also like to point out. When these petty officers are briefed before going out on the streets, they're given specific tasks to, and I quote, bring in the revenue. They don't really know the laws because, as they say, there's just too many of them in the books. But they'll also be the first ones to tell you that ignorance of the law is no excuse. So what's the reason they act like smartasses when addressing the public? That's because they're given specific tasks with certain case laws that allow them to take advantage of petty situations and escalate them into arrests, just like this video here. I'm sure these cops are giving each other high fives with some pats on the buttocks in the locker rooms while their supervisors are commending them for their stellar work. The truth is, there are hardened criminals out there roaming the streets, but police don't really want to go do real investigations nor go after the real bad guys. They'd rather go for easy pickings. Hopefully this guy gets off, but it looks like the laws are written to protect petty officers and their inflamed egos, as we've seen a million times before. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to my channel, and also make sure to go subscribe to Josh Wright Studios and let him know that I sent you. At least the good thing about these silly standing while boasting and giggling cops is that people like this passenger will probably decide to record police in the future and post videos on YouTube. Making these types of cops expose their type of behavior, hopefully enough people get fed up and demand some type of change. We'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day and record police now, folks. I'll be waiting for your videos in my email at recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Thank you guys.